Hey guys, Sam here from Nathan and Sam's Fishing Show, and in this video I'm going to teach you some tips about fishing pre-spawn. Well, this is just getting towards the end of pre-spawn, so I decided to make a tips video on it. And in the Midwest, pre-spawn is usually from mid-April to early May. During the pre-spawn, the water temperature is going to be anywhere from 55 to 65, almost 70 degrees, and the bass are going to start to move out of the deep water and move up towards the coves and the shallower water. Alright, in early pre-spawn, this is about mid-April in the Midwest, the water temperature is going to be about 55 degrees, and the bass are just starting to move up out of the deep water. They're heading towards the banks, and they're not quite ready to start bedding up, so they're going to be more towards main lake points and banks. And a few baits that I like to throw are spinner baits. I'm a power fisherman, so spinner baits are a great bait. And depending on the water condition, the clarity, the temperature is going to determine what type of blade and what colors. Like if the water is super clear, this is a Kevin Van Dam spinner bait, I'm going to use a willow blade because that's going to give a lot more flash to it. And this is like a shad pattern. And this is also a shad pattern, but I'm going to use this in more muddy water because this has got a single Colorado blade, and that's going to flash and give a lot of vibration off. This thing's going to wobble through the water, and it just has to be a single Colorado blade in muddy water. You're going to take these spinner baits and find main lake shorelines and points, and you're going to be fishing these around standing timber, laydowns, anything wood, and you really want these blades to be thumping up against the wood. And the key to finding the perfect spot is where you have shallow water next to deep water. We're talking 7 to 5 feet on a drop-off, and then over that drop-off it's about 15 to 20 feet deep. So usually they're going to be around mouths of coves and the points out there at this time of year as they're moving from deep water to shallow water. Another thing I like to throw in early pre-spawn is a crankbait, and this is a Strike King 5XD. This is going to dive to about 15 feet, and this is more of a chartreuse color. It's a bit bright for me, but it all depends on water clarity. The clearer the water, the more natural pattern you want to go. I would obviously use this in a lot muddier water. And this is going to be more of an offshore bait, maybe riprap or also wood. And this is going to be that earliest pre-spawn where you're fishing coves, the mouth of coves, and points like that. As it starts to move even further into April, we're getting towards late April, and the bass are going to continue to move shallower. They've gone from this offshore state to up more towards the bank in wood, and one of my favorite baits is a chatterbait. These are great both in reservoirs and ponds, but the key to fishing these is finding some type of vegetation. They work great around wood, but if you can find some type of submerged grass, like coontail, hydrilla, these things will kill there. Now, another thing I like to throw as they start to move up into the wood are swim jigs. These are both KVD swim jigs. I like to trailer them with a boot tail swim bait. And just the colors, you have to match the forage, just as with all the lures. If you're fishing a shad lake, you want to really throw white that's going to imitate shad. But say you're fishing a pond or someplace that has a lot of bluegill, that's the main forage, definitely go with a bluegill color. And just pinch and flip these up into wood and just reel them straight back. And the thing you want to feel is you want to feel them go, 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 bump, go up over a log, sink back down, and keep going. And that's the key to fishing these swim jigs. Rods you want to fish these spinner baits, chatter baits, and swim jigs on is probably about a 7-foot medium power fast action rod, and a reel I would usually go about 6/8 to 1 gear ratio. And line, I like to keep it around 15-pound fluorocarbon. I like the Seaguar and Vizex fluorocarbon. And that'll be great for all your spinnerbaits, chatterbaits, swim jigs, all that stuff. Now it's early May and the water temperature is getting closer to 60. The bass are going to leave the main lake and they're going to start moving up into the coves to start making beds. May is really the month of soft plastics. That's usually all I throw in May. Now the fish are really feeding right now and getting ready for the spawn, and they're going to be really fat. So One of the things I like to do is Texas rig a beaver style thing. This is a Havoc, Craw Fatty. The Pit Bosses work too. A lot of these beaver style baits, and I like to flip and pitch these into grass and wood. And another thing I like to throw are boot tail swim baits. They're one of my favorite things to throw, especially around grass and other wood like that. And these will catch a lot of fish up in wood, shallow grass, all that stuff. This is a really good pre-spawn bait. All right, so another few good soft plastics to throw in this late pre-spawn where the bass are towards the end of the coves in grass and wood, getting ready to bed up, are Texas rig, any type of worm. Like this is a ribbon tail worm, this is a Berkley power bait worm, or even brush hogs and stuff like that. Any style of soft plastic will do. Texas rig, shaky head, it's all up to you. Just go up in that grass and shallow wood and fish these around, and you're going to catch some bass. Alright, this is a lot of stuff we ended up doing in Peter Haskins' bait tournament. That was a real fun tournament. We ended up winning. We had 8 pounds and 3 ounces. I'd like to thank all the people that participated. Peter Haskin, you make great baits. I'd just like to thank everybody, and it was a really fun tournament, and we hope you do another one soon. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you learned something on pre-spawn fishing. And thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe for more content to come.